find out.
Hey, welcome to this week's version of FAFO, Fuck Around, Find Out, in which we highlight stories in the news where veterans had to teach civilians a lesson. Now, for this week's version, we're going to tell you about a VA police officer that truly disrespected a veteran, illegally arrested him, assaulted him during the process, the entire nine. But the difference in this case was there was no initial violence from the veteran. This was handled on the back end, and it was rescued and taken care of by the court system in order to rectify that veteran. Okay, here we go. We're heading to Tampa, Florida. Time frame, March 2020. Former VA police officer sentenced to 24 months in prison for criminal civil rights violation and making false entries in a report. According to court documents, while employed as a police officer with the Veteran Affairs in Bay Pines, Florida, Norman Nicholson, age 57, instructed an Army veteran to leave the premises, and the veteran complied. Nicholson then followed the veteran outside and arrested him. In doing so, Nicholson swung the veteran around and placed both of the veteran's hands behind his back. The veteran did not resist the arrest and moved his left arm behind his back on his own. After the veteran was already handcuffed and in custody, Nicholson rammed the veteran's head on the fence. Nicholson then used his right hand to pull the veteran's legs apart, causing the veteran to fall face first into the fence and then to the ground. Nicholson then forcibly grabbed the veteran from the ground and lifted him up. While lifting him up, Nicholson used his right hand to grab the veteran from his face and nose. Nicholson then authored 2 arrest affidavits and a police report in which he made numerous false statements regarding the incident. Specifically, Nicholson stated that the veteran, quote, refused to leave the property, became resistant, pulled away, raised his hand in an aggressive posture, did not obey the commands to stop resisting, resisted on the ground, and buckled his knees in an attempt to make himself dead weight. Those statements were clearly false and were made with the intent to impede, obstruct, or influence a matter that was within the jurisdiction of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. As a result of this arrest, the veteran spent several days in custody at the Pinellas County Jail. The right of individuals to be safe and secure against unreasonable searches and seizures is at the very cornerstone of our democracy, said U.S. Attorney Maria Lopez. Officers who violate their oath to uphold that constitutional right and falsify facts to impede or obstruct an investigation will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. All right. This has been this week's version of FAFO, Fuck Around, Find Out, in which we didn't have the traditional sense of a veteran letting a civilian know that they indeed were about to be taught a lesson. But we did on the back end find out that a VA police officer that chose to disrespect a veteran and violate a veteran's criminal civil rights did indeed fuck around and find out that one would not stand up and uphold under a federal court's scrutiny. Salute.